Good evening, guys. Welcome to Sporting Bengal United TV, the home of the best team in Tower Hamlets. And as I'm saying that, I've got two of the players in the background. I've got Carvel and Rian. They're here tonight. They can help support the channel anyway. But guys, if you are new, hit that like button. Of course, subscribe to Sporting Bengal United TV. And I'm delighted to have a very special guest on the show for the very first time. We've got, he's a newcomer to the team this season as well, and he's fitted in very nicely. We've got Dammy. Dammy, first of all, mate, how are you? And thank you for coming on the show.
No, anytime. I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. Just frustrated. I think the last few games, is to say, for Sporting Bengal United. I mean, we've had I would say, a good start to the season, but the last sort of 2 to 3 games, I think, has been quite frustrating on our sort of forefront. I mean, we'll sort of look at the game on Saturday. We were away at Stanway Rovers. Very long trip up to Colchester. And yeah, I mean, it was your I believe it was obviously you started on the bench, but obviously you was out from the game before.
Yeah.
So obviously frustrating not to have you in the squad beforehand. But from the first half performance, I'll be honest with you, I think it was probably one of the worst displays that we've had this season in the first half. And I think we considered ourselves lucky to go just 1-0 down at half time to get us regrouped for the second half.
Yeah, I think the first chance we had, it came very early. Some would say too early. It was like, 2 minutes in?
Yeah, it was Rian, yeah.
Yeah, obviously he's apologised for it. It happens in football, but it's just, I feel like that goal, if we get that goal, the whole game's different. Because after missing that, they felt like, I don't know, so early again, but they felt like they could push on. They're like, if they can't score that, then we can score something else, you know what I mean?
It's frustrating. I mean, obviously, as I said, I went a bit too far ahead. I mean, the first half, as I said, I feel we weren't good enough, but we did have, in my opinion, 2 really, really good chances. And the first one was Rian's one early on. There was another one with a cross from Carvel when there was a good header from Murad.
Oh,
and the goalkeeper made a very good save.
Yeah. It's a crazy save, to be fair.
But then just defensively, from our own point of view, I mean, when we played, I went to watch Woodford play Holbridge the day before on the Friday. And it was very similar, I thought, in the performance from Stanway, where they just allowed us to have the ball. And I think that's what, when I went to watch Holbridge on Friday against Woodford were good in possession, but then Holbridge would just allow them to have the ball. And then once they would hit them on the break, that's when they were dangerous.
Yeah.
And I think that's how Stanway were. What they did was they just left their front three up front, didn't they?
Yeah.
And every time that they they got possession back, they just literally hit us on the break, and we were like outnumbered in defence. I mean, we'll be honest as well. We'll talk about the first couple of minutes with the dubious red card decision, if it was.
Yeah.
What was your first thoughts on it when you see Murad commit the challenge from your position?
Not again. No, I was like, not again. Obviously, I think it was just on the edge. So I was like, first of all, you just got bailed out to obviously have that start we had. The men go 10 men would have been probably worst case scenario. I think, we were lucky not to probably give away a pen at that time in the game. Lucky not to get sent off. Again, I feel like the only saving grace was when the ball did spill out. I think a defender was coming to cover.
Yeah. So
I think that's the only reason why he might have said like not a red. But yeah, just lucky, kind of like head in hands kind of moment, like, oh my God.
I was in the stands for the first time when I spoke to a few of the fans, and straight away, obviously, the red card. But for me, obviously, looking at putting my referee's hat on, there was 2 reasons why I felt it was a yellow. One, and you've nailed it there was a covering defender, I think, with Nikolai. I think Nico was coming across.
Yeah.
And the second one, it shouldn't be used in football, even at this level or at the pro game. But it sounds very easy to say, but it was so early in the game.
Yeah,
it's basically the referee's management to then, all right, I personally didn't think it was a red. I thought it was a yellow. But if you're then giving out a red card in the first 2 or 3 minutes of the game, the management for the next 85 to 90 minutes is so crucial as a referee's point of view. So I think to give a yellow, it was frustrating for Stanway. They thought it was a red. But imagine that was a red card, and then like our game plan's 1 gone, 2, where then sort of it's
back foot.
Yeah, and even at the same time, I think like it sort of affects the referee's focus on the game as well. So I think in that regard, I think that's probably really the reason why he didn't give it. But we got away with it. We got away.
Thankfully, we didn't give it.
Yeah, we did. We
didn't give that one.
We did get away with it. I'm just going to go through these comments. I see this one earlier. Charlie Bear 242424. How do I get that quickly? Hopefully another masterclass in podcast presenting from Lukey Burns. And obviously an emoji. Thank you very much, mate. Honestly, I don't know who you are, but thank you very much. Ant's got a point to prove ourselves tonight, surely. Ant's hopefully coming back very soon. He was in training last night. Really, really good to see.
Yeah.
Flyboy, obviously, I'm guessing that's to you, Dammy.
You,
is it to me? Oh, my God, mate. Both of us then. Who let that baldy Scott? Yeah, we'll talk about
oh, my Lord.
We'll talk about Freddie's goal from the corner. Ex-Sporting Bengal United player. And just written in the stars. I mean, obviously they got a corner. They were on the front foot. So he made one or two decent saves. Got ourselves out of trouble a little bit, and then obviously, from the corner itself, it was a decent ball. We defensively we lost our man, and it was a free sort of shot towards goal, and they've taken a deserved lead, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think what I talked to the boys after, he said that it was a handball apparently. So it's come off their hands. It's kind of like them ones where it's obviously it gets cut out if. Obviously, we get in front of our men. We stop them from obviously getting a run on us. But obviously, you can't really stop a handball. So it's just frustrating. It's frustrating just to go 1-0 down at that point in time. Obviously, to a team that we should be beaten. But I felt like, just on the day, it was just like lethargic from like everyone. It was lethargic. We didn't really look like we were up for it. I know everyone was, but I feel like when we get in situations where, let's say, we should win, you play a lot worse. When it's games against where, okay, it's going to be back against the walls, great team to face, then we play our best games.
What simple question? Why is that? Just in football in general, like obviously you see it, like obviously like last week, during the week we played West Essex, and they're near enough top of the league at the moment, like they're flying high, and we played very well, and we were kind of unlucky not to get all 3 points, in my opinion. But then we played Stanway, no disrespect to them. 1 point from their first 6 games, and we were really shocked. I know that the heat was a factor. I know it was boiling hot, but for me personally, I just think the difference in performance level from those, say, first 45 minutes was just like you would never imagine us to be 4th or 5th for the table at that point.
I mean, it's just more of a mentality thing. It's like when you think you're going to win, or when you kind of have a feeling, we're going to win regardless. You think, and kind of just be a bit lax. Whereas, like, think of our best games, like. West Essex, I heard, Romford, Barking, Great Wakering, because we knew that was going to be a tough game because it just came down. Our worst games would be Buckhurst Hill, obviously Saturday, like teams that
lower down to pit the table. So and I think you're right. I think it's definitely a mentality thing, but also we have to put that forward tonight because Takeley are sort of they're kind of in the middle a little bit, and even they're only 4 points off us as well. So we can't really afford to allow to drop more points, especially at home. Ted's in. Hope you're doing well. Love it, lads. Ted was on last week, guys. Obviously, Ted will be on a lot more. So obviously, if you haven't seen previous channels before, and Doug's in. Hope you're well, Doug. Good friend of mine, Liverpool supporter that does Liverpool. Yeah, do a lot of Liverpool content on my 8092 Reds channel on the road to 1,000 subscribers. But apart from that, the second half, we'll talk about the second half. Obviously, you came on. Obviously, you kind of changed the game a little bit because we scored the goal. But what does it feel for you when you come on? We're 1-0 down. We really need something out of the game. And, it was that bit of energy that you brought into the team and a bit more sort of attacking threat. But, how important is it for you to come onto the field and then show the other 10 players around that bit more self-belief going into the second half?
I just feel like when I came on, it was more getting back to what we're like good at, like being on the front foot. So when I come on, it was more get the ball, just the ball can do the work. We don't have to like dribble through 10 players. You can just be the ball does the work. So really and truly, it was just me trying to get forward at every opportunity, make something happen. It's just more of a mentality. Just you want to win the game, want to score goals, want to get assists, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I feel like just with me coming on, it's just more of a mentality, just to kind of give everything I have in those minutes I do get. If I get 90, 45, 10, 5.
Yeah. I mean, and we see, I mean, obviously he wasn't available for the West Essex game, and it was, a big loss around the squad. But, it showed, as you said, the mentality that we showed sort of thing around there. He is the club captain's outside. So I hope you're doing well, mate. We'll talk about tonight. obviously tonight, obviously before we talk about tonight, we'll talk about, we got the equalising goal, Sherry from the penalty spot. It was deserved in the end, in my opinion.
Again.
Sherry literally getting the goal, and that never sort of saved die from Sporting Bengal United. But one thing that I was very, very happy to see for the squad, that when we got the penalty and straight away Liam obviously got the ball, and obviously before the team talk, before the game, the team talk was that Sherry was on penalties, and you'd think in that situation, like someone would desperately, because let's be real, Liam desperately needs a goal, and he's trying his hardest to get a goal, but for him to actually give the ball to Sherry, no complaints, just give the ball to Sherry. Sherry puts it in the back of the net. I mean, that is what you call like mentality, but also, it's all about a team game, isn't it? And it was good. It was good from Liam to actually say, yes, Sherry, you're the penalty taker, and he puts it away.
Yeah, no, 100%. It was good to see, because even me, I was kind of like, okay, cool, Sherry's taking it. And he tries to give it to Liam, and he gives it back. I'm just like, obviously for someone who we know once he gets scoring, he can. So it's about when, hopefully tonight. But it's in that instance, obviously a penalty, a free shot at the keeper, you'll take it. But Liam was like, nah, I'll get mine my own way.
Yeah.
You do your thing. Because even in the pen, I went straight to the halfway line. I knew he was going to score. He had no
it's
choice.
good self-confidence to have. I mean, obviously, it was a good penalty in the end. The goalkeeper did go the right way. From my angle, I thought we scuffed it a little bit.
But scuff, clean.
Sometimes that's the best ways. George is in. Hope you're doing well, George. And but my son Ali, once the gates open, he fly just like Kane. Yeah, fully agree. And we'll talk about tonight then. Obviously, Takeley, as I said, they are 4 points behind us in the league table, and we are without a win, I believe, in our last 3 games. All been draws. Obviously, Romford away, and then West Essex home, and of course, Stanway away at the weekend. Yeah. Some results went our way last night. Romford lost their first game of the season away at Frenford, which was a bit of a shock. Holbridge also losing as well. Athletic Newham also losing as well. Oh, wow. I think the only team that won around us, I believe, was Clacton. So it's a massive opportunity for us tonight to get 3 points on the ball and get us higher up the table, especially as well. Woodford are hosting West Essex tonight, 2nd versus 3rd.
It'll be a good chance to get up in the table. At least I think we've dropped down from 4th to 5th right now. If we get a win today, hopefully. And also
great Wakering also dropping points as well.
Oh yeah, lovely. And then so if we win today and hopefully win on Saturday, think about today. But if we do win,
one game at a time,
then we obviously get back to that 3rd and 4th region. So really, it's just like doing the best we can on the day and just being as high up in the table as we can, really.
100%, definitely agree. Great maturity as things considered. And the gaffer's here tonight. Areas is outside. Literally going to be about another 5 minutes or so, guys, and we're going to wrap it up. But obviously, just the last couple of things. Obviously, we spoke about the game tonight. Obviously, we're all interested in it, and obviously, all looking forward to it. Stanway, we spoke about. We'll talk about yourself. Obviously, new to the club, as like myself as well. How have you found it? I mean, on a personal level, like how have you found being at a new environment? And obviously, like the whole team's made you feel welcome, and you've really settled into the team quite nicely.
No, 100%. It was kind of, I know what I was coming into. Obviously, I know Blaine, one of the coaches here, so he brought me down. But just from probably day one, I feel like I've kind of meshed with everyone. Just different vibe within the team. It's like some people, like you maybe have groups of like maybe 3 different groups just to themselves. But us, we can literally be in a room and we're all busting jokes with each other. It's all laughs, good vibes. I think that's something different in terms of management. They've been welcoming, of telling me what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right, kind of thing. So it's just ways for me to improve myself. And I feel like it's been a great start. And I thought I'm just happy to be here, really, to be honest.
That's good. I mean, obviously, hopefully we can get Clarkey back on the show. Obviously, Clarkey's just walked in. And obviously, like, he's sort of eager. He wants to get onto the camera, but obviously another time. But yeah, as you said, mate, and I fully agree. I think you've settled in really nicely. And I think, for all of the newcomers, including myself, Blaine as well, one of the newer coaches as well to the team, there's such a really good atmosphere around the club, before games, during and after as well. There's a really good vibe, and it's just going from strength to strength. Obviously, having extra coaches around and having extra players, and people that really want this football club to do really well. And I think that's the main thing that we've all done really well. And of course, we'll talk about you got your first goal away at Ilford, 2nd game of the season, really good strike as well, man of the match performance as well. And yeah, from 2-0 down at half time, to really sort of grab the game by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah.
We got the early goal with Sherry, and then there was a goalkeeper mistake when Elliott tapped in.
Yeah.
And then, you got your goal, obviously left-footed strike, drove past the 2 defenders. And I mean, how good's that as well, very early on to get your first goal for the club?
Yeah, this is good. It's obviously, I know I can have that ability once I get up the field. I haven't shown it since then, but it's going to come. It's coming. But no, just, being the opportunity, I know we have, it's kind of like in the moment, I was kind of in the zone. I wasn't really thinking about anything else. It's just, what can I do to help the team win? And the chance came to me, obviously took it, and then ended up winning, I think, what was it, 4-2?
4-2. Yeah, Sherry got a goal right at the end.
Down and a half to 4-2, you can't really write that.
I mean, and as you said as well, it's you want to get the individual accolades, etc. But at the same time, it's all about the goals for the team and obviously getting the points on the board. And just lastly, we'll talk about yourself a little bit. I mean, it's just obviously describe to obviously the viewers watching. Obviously, they obviously don't know about yourself, what position you play, sort of what type of player you are, and obviously what suits your game beforehand, even after a game as well, during the game as well. How do you sort of operate during match days as well?
I say so. I went to America for 5 years. I was on scholarship. I was there as a winger, like a forward. I had ankle surgery, ruptured my ligament in my left foot.
Ouch.
Ouch. So I had to do like private surgery. Obviously got that sorted. Lost a bit of pace. I'm not as pacey. You might think I'm fast, but I was a lot quicker back in the day. But yeah, now I'm a centre mid. I played CDM, centre mid. Cam,
sort of box to box.
Yeah, basically. But I've just always had like a drive, like more. It's not really. I wouldn't say I'm the fittest person, but I just want to run.
That drive, that determination.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, my game, I'd say it's a mix. I don't know. It's just kind of operating, obviously box to box, but get on the ball, kind of maybe beat a player up and pass it. Just trying to make things happen. Really, just more of a creative box to box, I'd say.
I think for yourself, like from when I've seen you play, I think you're very good in possession. I think you retain possession very well, and I think you're very good in tight spaces as well. I think when you're able to sort of do that half turn, to be able to drive forward with the ball and create chances, I think that's a good strength for yours. And it's, as I said, it's really good to have around the team and the squad. It's good depth, and obviously, as I said, like moving forward, it'd be good for us. And lastly, I usually do ask. I'm not going to ask for score predictions because I think it's a bit of a jinx, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, so
especially like and the opposition might be watching. And it's like, oh look, like you thought it'd be this. So I tried to do something sort of away from the game tonight. I asked Sam and Ted the same question last week, and I'm going to ask yourself. It's you could pick any manager in the world to play for. You can pick for any team to play for, and you can pick at any stadium day or night to play at. But the twist is you're not allowed to play for example, you can't play for Jurgen Klopp for Liverpool at Anfield. It has to be 3 different. Do you understand? So like Pep Guardiola, you can't play at Barcelona at the Allianz. Like, so it has to be something different. So sort of off the spot sort of thing. But
Pep Guardiola, Arsenal, Santiago Bernabeu.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to go for the Bernabeu. So when they go for Guardiola, it's like, yeah, we'll go for that. But I think Sam said Pep Guardiola at the London Stadium. But then he changed it. It was like, no, I want to play for West Ham, and then he went to Bernabeu. I was like, yeah. So that's sort of changed. I mean, I didn't even ask mine actually. So obviously, I would play for Liverpool.
Who's manager?
I'm not going to go with Pep. It's going to be too easy. And it could be any manager. It could be like from decades ago or even current. And do you know what?
You know what? I want to change mine.
Go for it.
No, you go first. I'll change mine.
This is going to sound really, really bizarre, but actually, no, I'm actually going to say it. I'd play for Liverpool.
Yeah.
I'd play under Jose Mourinho.
For real.
And I would love to play at the Nou Camp. I know it sounds easy enough, but I would play at the Nou Camp.
No, 100%.
So I think Jose Mourinho for me is especially coming in to challenge Ferguson. Like, I know they had financial gain, Chelsea. But you're coming in to say straight away, like, I'm the special one. And it's like, do something to prove it.
That was a crazy era.
And he's obviously gone and done it. So, yeah, that'll be my guess. Play for Liverpool, Jose Mourinho as manager, and play at the Santiago Bernabeu. Go for it, mate. Change it. And then obviously
I'm changing it. Johan Cruyff.
Manager. Yeah.
Arsenal, I'm keeping
the Bernabeu as well.
Johan Cruyff, I just love the way he plays, the way he thinks. Obviously, Pep got his from there as well.
I mean, Sam's outside. Yeah, we're going in a minute. We're still live. We're showing off. We're talking about when you wanted to play for West Ham under Pep Guardiola last week. We just asked Dammy the same question. Would you say Johan Cruyff was the manager? Play for Arsenal at the Bernabeu. Yeah, Bernabeu's the one.
It's the only one.
But guys, we're going to wrap it there. Obviously, as I said, big game tonight at home to Takeley. Sam's at the window because he's got the little book out and he likes to get the fans out. Yeah, but we're covered, mate. Don't worry about it. 6:45, mate. But guys, Sporting Bengal United versus Takeley tonight. Massive game in the Essex Senior League. Of course, thank you to my guest, Dammy. Obviously, Dammy's no problem, mate. And of course, many more to come. Dammy will be on a lot more often. But obviously, if you haven't, guys, make sure you hit that like button and, of course, subscribe to Sporting Bengal United TV. And yeah, obviously we'll be back for another show potentially Saturday. We are at home to Little Oakley, so we may have another preview show beforehand. But until then, we've been Sporting Bengal United TV, the best team in Tower Hamlets. Take care. See you soon.